Hello and welcome to Freedom Through Astrology, where we're giving you the keys. One of these days I'll get that figured out. It's freedomthroughastrology.com. I'm your astrologer, Donald Patak. There's my contact information, standard YouTube copyright. And these are the keys to the reading because I do read astrology just a little bit differently. And I'll just do it this way. So yeah, constellational astrology, which is astrology by the visible sky, sometimes called true sidereal astrology. Tropical astrology fixed the signs to seasons way back in the Roman era, around 220-ish AD. It's 2025, precession of the equinox. The sky has changed. So I'm reading the planets in the sky where they are right now, not where they were almost 2,000 years ago. So it's astrology by the visible sky. And with that, for those of us who are stargazers, between Scorpio and Sagittarius, there is another sign. It's a very brief sign, but it's Ophiuchus, the symbol of the wounded healer. Man holding a snake by the head and the tail. And the symbol there, it means a snake is a symbol of knowledge in ancient times. And holding it by the head and the tail means that you're controlling it or using it. So it's using knowledge to heal yourself. There's a lot more to that story. Very interesting. And I use the natural size of the constellations. There are some astrologers who make each constellation the same exact sign. Well, Mother Nature in her wisdom said no. Virgo, huge at 48.5-ish degrees or so. Aries, Cancers, Libra, Scorpio, Ophiuchus, each one of them is less than 25 degrees. All the constellations are different sizes, giving them different emphases for you to focus on. I think that's very important. And I use astrological midpoints as opposed to the IAU boundaries because the IAU boundaries are kind of arbitrarily drawn. Athan Chimenti noticed when he was working with some software that the IAU boundaries put stars in the constellation Scorpio into Ophiuchus. Not the way it's supposed to be. So he used the zodiac belt, the stars from Scorpio, first stars from Ophiuchus, came up with the midpoint. I like it. I think it's a little bit more accurate. So that's basically what I do there. This is my weekly edition. These are the universal lessons for all your fellow ground pounders down here. So have a little compassion on your fellow earthlings. I read evolutionary astrology, which says these planetary transits are lessons to learn. And what's up, Ghost? Cats. Love them. So these are lessons to learn, and you have freedom of choice. There's the ideal lesson for you to learn, but you can learn what I call the shadow, which is the other side. So there's that. Dates and times are based on the Eastern U.S. time zone because I am kind of right outside Buffalo. Kittens. I am right outside of Buffalo, so my dates and times are based off of that. I'm operating within 1 degree of being exact. If I went wider, there would be way much more going on for me, and I feel that if I'm confused, you're lost, or if I'm feeling overwhelmed, you're lost. So within a degree is what I've noticed other astrologers using, so I'm going with that. And the software that I use for my calculations is Prometheus by Capricorn, or Capricorn by Prometheus. It's one of them. I'm just getting over a flu bug that knocked me out over the weekend, which is why this reading is later than I like it to be. I like to get it out on Sunday nights, but I just got floored so bad. It took me all of forever to get even the weekly forecast even typed up. So let's take a look. Just a brief overview. This is the week of May 12th through 18th, 2025. The sun begins the week in Aries, and by late Monday night, it enters Taurus. So we are now officially in Taurus season. Finding your peace, stability, strength in your sun, your core identity. The moon, your emotional self. Okay, this is a busy week. Starts out Monday in Libra, Tuesday in Scorpio, Wednesday in Ophiuchus, Thursday in Sagittarius. It's there until Sunday when it jumps into Capricorn. So early through the first half plus of the week, expect an emotional roller coaster. Okay, how you have a calm Sagittarius, it's like having a calm Leo. Steps into Sagittarius for the weekend, fun and excitement. Sunday night, getting ready for the next week, or Sunday, sometime Sunday, getting ready for the next week. And we did have the full moon on Libra. In Libra, that would have been Monday afternoon. Apologize for that. Move this thing again. Our active planets on the inner planets are the Sun and Mercury. So the Sun, your core identity, Mercury, learning and communication. Largest number of aspects are with those two on the inner planets. On the outer planets, Jupiter. And Jupiter is just playing the power card this week. Actually, even on the inner planets, it's the nodes of the moon. But yeah, the Sun's hitting the nodes of the moon. Jupiter is hitting the nodes of the moon, but Jupiter is also acting with Chiron. And Jupiter, it takes almost 12 years to go around the Sun. The nodes of the moon take 18.6-ish years, a little over 18 and a half years. Chiron takes almost 50 years. So this, when I'm saying power transits, Jupiter with the nodes of the moon and Chiron is going to go on for a long time. We will cover that. And that's a T-square on top of that. So that really is challenging. The Sun will be also working with the nodes of the moon. I should have thrown it in there as well. But the Sun's working with the nodes of the moon, so that's helping you identify with your ideal goal in life and how you hold yourself back. And finally, last but not least, we have a planet in retrograde, which is Pluto. So you're reflecting on your transformation and it's in Capricorn, so doing the work of transformation. And it will be there through mid-October. So Pluto likes taking his time because transformation does take time. Let's take a look at our chart here. Yay. Yeah, and you can see, let me get my drawing tool here. Yep. Previously. Here's kind of your divider. So you have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, very active with transits starting a little bit from last week actually, but very active there. You get a little break and a breather on Friday-ish, but the late Friday or on Friday, we get our second burst with Sunday or with the Sun with Uranus and and then again Mercury with Mars. Mercury showing his face again. So you do get a little breather on Friday with the moon in Sagittarius, so do enjoy a little bit of that fun and merriment. On Monday, we do have the full moon in Libra. On Monday, we also have the Sun going into Taurus. Clean the drawings up, close that out. So all in all, intense beginning of the week. You get a quick breath on Friday, and then you close out. And the only thing that's going to be carrying on into next week is just Jupiter with the nodes of the moon and Jupiter with Chiron. So here we go. From Saturday, we do have Jupiter in Taurus squaring the south node of the moon. And remember, Jupiter in Taurus is opportunity, an opportunity for peace and stability. And the challenge here is finding that inner strength to face, and this is a waning waning square. I'm sorry, squares are challenges, and the purpose of a square is to strengthen you. You see that it's a strength in you. So finding your inner peace, finding your inner strength to face how you hold yourself back and understand that and go with the challenge of how you hold yourself back from your destiny and your purpose with these unrealistic expectations of perfectionism. So being aware of that can help you actually give you, when you're aware of that, that can actually strengthen you, help strengthen your self-image, your self-concept. Jupiter is about self-expectation, a little bit about self-expectations, healthy self-pride as well. So knowing how you're doing that, being aware of that can actually say, hey, I'm doing that. I'm going to step away from it. I'm going to stop. And by doing that, it actually can strengthen you. The shadow here is Jupiter is a crisis in confidence. You're going to be over or under confidence. And in Taurus, you get lazy. You can be the bull in the china shop. And that perfectionism just comes out even worse. And instead of that strengthening you, it crushes you. And those overwhelming expectations just come bearing down on you and kind of just really crush you. All right, where's Kit jumping to? And also on Sunday, we have the moon entering Libra. Here she is. Come on, Kit, where do you want to go? Come on, down here. I know where she's headed. That was your Kit commercial. So your moon in Libra, emotionally, Libra, balance paradox. Things aren't going to make sense, but that's okay. Letting life not make sense for a moment is okay. Let it go. Let it happen. The shadow here is falling into indecision and refusing to choose. It can pull you out of balance and just lead to inner emotional chaos. Our final transit holdover from last week is Mercury in Aries squaring Pluto retrograde in Capricorn. So Mercury in Aries, having the courage to learn and courage to communicate. And a square is strengthening you. So, and with Pluto in retrograde, that's reflecting on your inner transformation and reflecting on your transformation. How are you doing that? And in Capricorn, that's doing the work of transformation. So how is what you're learning helping strengthen you to do that inner work of transformation? Or is what you're learning helping strengthen you? That's another way of looking at it. So it's challenges, this is adaptation as well. And the purpose here is to strengthen you. Now, the shadow, Mercury, can be a know-it-all or can't learn it all. And in Aries falls into fear. It can be angry or it can be cowardice. And the square, instead of strengthening, is now crushing. And Pluto, instead of inner transformation, deep inner wounding. Inner fear, inner terror. And in Capricorn, it's a control freak and a worrywart. So that temperamental, being mouthy, moody, can lead to inner wounding, or instead of inner transformation, well, you're transforming into a jerk. I'll be honest about that. You know, that anger is transforming you into something that you really don't want to be honest. And so an unwillingness to learn out of fear and resulting power trips can be crushing, becoming rigid, defensive, and your mental attitudes can reinforce dogmatic beliefs and cynical attitudes towards life. And this is sort of a quicker transit. Pluto takes time to move, so this is a long Mercury transit. Monday, we also have Jupiter and Taurus sextiling Chiron. So again, the opportunity for peace and stability. The sextile is an excitement or an interest. It's its beginnings. So there's energy here of what? Healing. And understanding, maybe understanding your wounds from a higher perspective, or understanding the healing journey from a higher perspective. And finding that inner strength, inner peace is helping you to provide that and get that information. Again, boosting your self-confidence, and Chiron healing, helping you to do that healing. And when you heal, your self-confidence grows. So taking the opportunity to find peace, stability helps with healing journey, particularly spiritual healing, and learn to have faith and trust in yourself can help you heal as well. Now, the shadow here, that crisis of confidence in Taurus, either you're lazy or you're that bull in the china shop. And Chiron in Pisces, Chiron is refusing to heal or even deeper wounding. And in Pisces is denial, fantasy, trying to escape, numbing yourself to the pain, all those types of things. So this crisis of confidence, locking you into rigid mindset and deeper wounding, denial of wounding, denying yourself the ability to heal. So this over time, and mind you, this is happening while the nodes of the moon are going to fall into a T-square. So healing here helps strengthen you into fulfilling a life's purpose. Wounding here gets you crushed. So let's talk about that next one, because it's right there. not Pluto, geez, that was a couple of years ago. God. Jupiter in a T square to the nodes, opportunity, peace, and stability. And under the North Node is your purpose or destiny in life. And in Pisces, understanding it from a higher perspective, higher purpose, maybe a spiritual perspective. Kittens, they're out climbing, exploring. I apologize. But finding that strength to, and we're again, this is a square. Squares are designed to strengthen you. So finding that inner confidence can help strengthen you to see your life's purpose from a higher perspective and to fulfill it. And now we have Jupiter caught between the South Node and the North Node in a T-square. Basically, Jupiter is caught between a rock and a hard place. What opportunity is it going to take? Is it going to take the high road, see how it's holding itself back, understand its life's purpose, and work towards that to achieve it? Or is it going to fall into a crisis of confidence, and instead of this T-square strengthening him, crushing him, and then trying to deny his life's purpose, holding himself on unrealistic expectations, just doing the wrong thing, and falling into that. So yeah, there we go. That all starts. And then we also have the full moon in Libra. This actually happens around noontime. And the moon is the trigger event here. So it's the moon in Libra, that emotional paradox. Is opposite or reflecting on your strength you learning to have strength and courage in your core identity. So maybe who you are, you're having the courage who you are, but emotionally you're feeling a little uncertain. That's okay. Balance the two and everything will work out fine. What did I have here? Reflect. Oh yeah. Full moon in Libra. Reflect on how self-care can give you the energy and courage to be yourself. Taking the time to find inner peace and renewed perspective can lead to new insights, your identity and destiny. And this whole journey, this new moon here, or this full moon here, may not make, with the moon in Libra, things may not make sense. That's a-okay. Let it not make sense. Just being able to work with the paradox can be strengthening to your identity because nobody fully understands themselves, let's be honest. The shadow here, the moon falls into moodiness. That triggers the sun in Aries. Aries, fear, either that's explosive temper or hiding away and cowering away. And that whips you out of balance. Outbursts of inaction, whether it is an outburst, an angry outburst, or just cowering in fear and not wanting to do anything, pulls you out of balance and ruins the opportunities you have here. So there we go. And then finally, Monday is like the busy day of the week. Everything is going on. You can survive Monday. The rest of this week's pretty much a cakewalk. And the sun on Monday night, late Monday night, after 10 o'clock, but not quite 11 o'clock. I didn't nail it down perfectly. The Libra moon. Thank you. The sun enters Taurus. So the sun is your core identity. In Taurus, it's time to find peace and stability. Going through Aries was a lot of work. Finding your inner peace, finding your inner stability, finding calm in yourself and who you are. So let's see. On focusing on the simple truths of your life, finding what's meaningful to you, taking time to calm down, peace out, chill out, building your inner strength. Sun in Aries was taking action out there in the world. Sun in Taurus is more about your inner world and calming yourself down and chilling out and building your inner strength. Look for opportunities to relax, avoid personal drama that take you nowhere fast. Okay, so this is a time just to calm down and chill out a little bit. You still got to do the work. That's the other thing. Taurus, the bull, still will do work. If you really want to understand the sign Taurus, go to your public library and go to the children's section, talk to the children's librarian. You want to read the story of Ferdinand the Bull. That's Ferdinand the Bull. In the middle of chaos, in the middle of a bull ring, what the kittens are playing around my feet. in the middle of a bull ring with matadors yelling at him and trying to get him to charge all that stuff. And the crowd yelling at him. He's just laying down there watching, thinking, man, you people got to chill out and take time to smell the roses, man. I don't know what else they had going on in that field. But he knew when he had to do his work and he did it, and he knew when and how to chill out and rest. And he was a big, strong bull. So, do your work. Slow and steady wins the race. But make sure you're taking time for peace. Because the shadow, the sun is the ego. And this is a star that burns too bright, or that dark star that won't shine at all. And in Taurus, can be lazy. I would say that's the star that won't shine at all. It can be that temperamental bull in a china shop. You want me to work and do what? You're going over the top there. But blinding yourself and falling into this material world leaves you to unattainable dreams, or driving yourself and getting nowhere fast in spite of all the work, or just being plain lazy and getting nothing done. No growth. Okay. Tuesday. Okay, in addition to that Jupiter T-square, just draw that in so you can see it, that Jupiter T-square, the sun is going to be sextiling the North Node. So finding that inner peace can help you understand your life's purpose from a higher perspective. And finding your inner strength can also encourage you on that journey as well, and integrate it more easily into your identity. I would say that this is more easily done when you're calmed down, and that helps. When you're calm, you can achieve that better. Definitely within Taurus, I would say calming down helps you to achieve that better. But again, that ego acting up, acting out, or cowering away, not wanting to shine at all, leads you to a false understanding of what that life's destiny or purpose is, and just turns it into an unachievable fantasy, or living a complete lie. So we do have that. And again, still with Jupiter, that opportunity to find that deeper understanding. So this is kind of an overlay on that, and you're going to have that healing going on. So this is your identity, finding opportunity to heal, and how is that working with your destiny, your higher purpose? How is that working? And because we'll talk about the trine in a minute, to that South Node, how you hold yourself back. There is a lot of energy packed into Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So there's going to be a lot of deep inner revelation here. Oops. Clear, close. And on Tuesday, the sun in Taurus is trining the South Node. So this is releasing. So as you're finding your inner peace in your identity and who you really are, helps you to release those unrealistic expectations of the past and who you are not or no longer are. So instead of trying to be who you aren't, this helps you to become more of who you are, because you are finding the ability to let go. And this releasing trine is flowing with harmony and its ease. So this is an easy energy to work with. It can work to help you help you in your life's purpose. It's okay. What is this? Okay. One of the ankle biters was climbing up too high, and he was going to fall. So I now have him on my lap. I will show you the kit. I'll show him. And I'll have two of the ankle biters on my lap. We will have a kitten commercial. So here we go. So that's your destiny and purpose. And this is releasing. As you find that peace and inner strength, you can release those unrealistic expectations of the past, or release that person that you no longer are. And again, working with that Jupiter, that opportunity and having that strength in you and working through that healing. And that can help you become more of the person that you truly are and really are. What else do we have on Tuesday? Oh, we also have the moon entering Scorpio. So the moon, your emotional self, entering Scorpio, deep moods. Oh, you want down, buddy? There you go. Okay, so deep moods. So this can be an emotionally intense time. So do be aware of that. So be prepared to face the deep moods and to release them and let them go. We are now past that full moon. We're releasing. These are, let the foul moods go, let the bad moods go. Intensity has its purpose when you look deep enough into it. So understand what the intensity is about so that you can let it go. The shadow here is slipping into a mott rotten mood, ruins the moment, lingers on, and causes other problems. And Scorpio can be wounding. You know that Scorpion's got that stinger. You can cause emotional wounds if you fall into a foul enough mood. All right. This is This is your kitten commercial. I don't have a name for him other than Puffball. It's okay, buddy. Lay down, curl up in my lap like you did yesterday and take your nap. So there we go. Wednesday, the moon enters Ophiuchus. The moon, your emotional self in Ophiuchus. As I told you in the beginning, it's a symbol that looks like a U with a squiggle. Is a person's hand holding a snake by the head and the tail, controlling knowledge to do what? Heal yourself. Wednesday can be a time of emotional healing. And let me say this, physician, heal thyself. Heal yourself, and by healing yourself, you can help heal other people by either doing it or helping them with it or serving as a role model. So opening up to healing, releasing emotional wounds, very important. And opening up to others and learning can help you heal yourself and healing others. So that's very important. So be teachable. The shadow here is refusing to heal, can create deeper wounds, deeper problems, and wounding others can create problems in the long term for yourself and them. So be careful of causing emotional wounds. That's the shadow. And Thursday, the moon enters Sagittarius. Cats. And Sagittarius is about opportunity, and it's opportunities to change. Get up, go out and explore. And what you're releasing are old ways of doing things, and old ways, that things that are no longer serving you, no longer helping you. Let go. So embrace opportunities for change. Let go of the old ways of doing things. However, hanging on to the status quo antebellum, or anti-moon, anti-full moon in this case, keeps you stuck in a past that no longer is. So running on a treadmill thinking that you're going someplace, not happening. And you can feel emotional, that can lead to you feeling emotionally stuck. And we'll have the moon in Sagittarius until Sunday-ish. Friday, we have the sun again, conjunct Uranus, however you want to pronounce it. I'm sure he's cool with it. However, I was told by a person who spoke native Greek that they say Uranus. Whatever. First Amendment, freedom of speech. Taurus, spotlight on your individuality, who you are, and finding peace with that. So finding and focusing on the strengths of your true identity and your authentic self. Not who the world tells you to be, but who you really are. And realize the simplicity of being that person and the power that comes with it. That's really the great lesson here. Now, the shadow is you've got this ego, and it can either act out, Uranus can act out to get a reaction from people, or it can sell out to try to fit in. And this is your ego either being too bright, killing for attention, or not wanting to shine at all. And how do I fit in with everybody else doing what they want me doing? and fitting in and trying to be a piece of the puzzle that you don't belong to. So playing up or playing down a false image having living you in an unstable place leads to problem self-expression, authentic self-expression, or focusing on the material world can have you missing deeper truths about who you really are. Another thing there. But focus, and the key thing for this lesson, spotlight on Uranus, is you being who you really are and finding the peace and strength that comes from that. Saturday, Mercury. We began the week with Mercury. We're entering the week with Mercury. Mercury in Aries is squaring Mars in Cancer, and this is a relatively quick transit, actually. Mercury in Aries is having the courage to learn and communicate, and this challenge here is to have the strength to heal and take care of and nurture yourself. And with this square, you're kind of redefining things. It's also a square is letting things and knowing what to let go of. You're learning new information, let go of old ideas that are no longer nurturing, no longer helping you provide with self-care. Having the courage to learn, listen, and learn can help you with self-care. This shadow here is that square becomes crushing, and Mercury can be a know-it-all or can't learn it all. So this is problems with learning and communication and falling into fear. The know-it-all who's afraid of new information, or the person who thinks they can't learn. And this becomes crushing because you're falling into the fear of being able to take care of yourself, and all result is this crushing disaster that has you being defensive and snippy and trying to be invisible. Epic failure. Okay. You're okay, buddy. So there we go. And this is a quick transit, 17th and 18th. So this is Friday, this is Saturday and Sunday. And finally, we do have the moon entering Capricorn on Sunday, and it will be conjunct Pluto retrograde. But let's talk about the moon in Capricorn. The moon in Capricorn is ready to get stuff done. Capricorn and Virgo are my two GSD signs. Get stuff done. In Virgo, it's planning. Capricorn, doing. And it's accepting the challenges of self-discipline and responsibility and getting things done and doing the work. You doing the work for you. And then as it transits over Pluto, reflecting, how is this helping you to grow and change? If it's not, maybe you're missing the point. The shadow here, falling into bad mood and trying to micromanage or control, becoming a control freak over situations or others, leaves you frustrated, isolated, and uptight. And when it falls over Pluto, instead of deep transformation, it's deep wounding. And how are you hurting yourself by being this control freak? Okay, the kittens have calmed down. Good. So that's where we end. So going on after the 18th, we'll still be dealing with, just a recap, we'll still be dealing with those Pluto T-square and the Pluto with a sextile to Chiron, and we'll begin with Moon in Capricorn. So do follow me on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. These guys are making billions of dollars off your data. Digital Soul Space is run by Mighty Networks, and they let you control your data and do everything they can to shield it so that companies have no idea who you are. And it's a bully-free zone. People, there are 4 moderators now. I think it's Michael, Kimber. Oh gosh, brain just went. This is that time of the night. My brain needs a nap. But we have 4 moderators who watch over everything, and if they've got questions, they discuss it and make decisions. But I can't remember the last time I've seen a post having to be deleted. It's really a great place. Not only do we have astrology, putting you down, buddy. Not only do we have astrology, but if you're into like crystals, we have discussions on that. Different spiritual practices, people who do tarot and oracle cards, you name it, it's on there. It's the spiritual safe space, a spiritual safe haven on the web. So there's that. Do you have the site reminder? Pull that up, escape, and I need this. You go to the site, you get that pop-up. Just give me an email, or you can click on subscribe. Now you get a once a week email where I give you an overview of the transits, take some astrological information a little bit deeper, and give you some other insights. But this is where you can order readings. First set of keys that I offer you is your birth chart. That's your birth contract. You came here to come. The second is a past life reading or a karmic reading, and what that is, if you believe in past lives, that's how the past life that you had and how it's appearing in this lifetime, so you can heal. If you don't believe in past lives, it's a special lesson you came here to learn. Quick pick combines them. Second set of keys is the horoscope. Well, this is who you came here to become. This is the journey. The horoscope is your journey on becoming that person. And this is transiting to transiting and also transiting to your natal chart. Two very powerful readings. I do two different styles of the yearly horoscope. Quarterly horoscope, which is any 3 months. The yearly horoscope is any 12 months in a row. Quarterly horoscope, 3 months in a row. Monthly horoscope, I like to go new moon to new moon because that's the natural cycle. However, there are people who like to go first of the month to last of the month. Your choice, but it is about a 30-ish day, 31 day, depending on the calendar month, etc. 30-ish day reading. And I do have packages that combine these together, and those include a 10% discount built in right away. If you want to schedule an appointment, I do 30, it's gonna be cleaned up to 30, 60, and 90-minute appointments where you can ask me straight questions. If you want those birth chart, karmic chart, or horoscope readings, you click on services and you order it. What you'll get is I do the reading and I send you a recording of it. You watch it, you take your notes, and then we get together for an hour long-ish or hour and a half, depending on the reading, follow-up, where you get to ask questions and take the reading to the deeper level that you need and help you understand it. Blog is where I post my deeper readings on different transits. Events is where I'm showing up on things. Contact, if you want to send me email information, yeah, questions, that's great. So there we go. Slideshow, current slide. Digital Soul Space, packages, and I'm now on Meet in Real Life. That's my handle on the MIRL app, where you can get a hold of me and say, hey, Don, can you take me right now? Because I tried scheduling. I got a astrology question, and I can't schedule today, but I'd like it answered today, and we can take care of it that day. I think that's booked in 10-minute increments, but that's my handle. I'm on there, and you can get a hold of me through that as well. So thank you very much for watching this. I apologize for being late, but I just got floored with a bug that's going around the school where I'm working, and it left me down Saturday, all Sunday. I felt like somebody jammed a hot rod through my head between the two lobes of my brain. It hurt. So I apologize for this being late, but like, follow, share, sign up for the newsletter, and remember, in the visible sky, your life changes. Thank you very much. Have the best possible week. And if you're watching this, reflection can still help you learn and have a positive outcome. Thank you very much. Have a great week.